The Virgin Mary's Child. A long time ago there lived a poor woodcutter and his wife. This couple had a daughter. However, they were so poor that they couldn't even feed their daughter. Then one day, while the woodcutter was chopping wood in the forest, a beautiful Virgin Mary appeared. "Since you are living a hard life, why don't you give me your daughter? I will take good care of her for you." "Yes, I understand." The Virgin Mary carried the child and went up into heaven. The child was able to eat delicious food, wear nice clothes, become friends with the angels, and lived happily. When the child turned 14 years old, the Virgin Mary left for a long journey. "While I am gone, take care of these 13 keys to heaven. Out of the 13 keys, you may open 12 of them. However, you must never open the last key. If you open that door, unhappiness will come upon you." "Yes, I will keep in mind." As soon as the Virgin Mary left, the little girl started opening door by door. The little girl who had opened all the 12 doors wanted to open the last door as well. Just then, her fingers turned into glimmering gold. A little while later, Virgin Mary returned. When Virgin Mary saw the little girl's finger, she knew that the little girl had not kept her promise. "Did you open the 13th door?" "No, I never opened it." Virgin Mary wanted to give the little girl another chance and asked her 2 more times. However, the little girl kept denying. The angry Virgin Mary sent the little girl back to earth. When she woke up from her sleep, she knew that she had been sent to earth and started to cry. However, she was not able to make a sound. The little girl lived in an oak tree in the forest. Then, one day, a prince who was out hunting discovered the little girl. "Who are you?" The little girl could not answer. Even though the little girl could not utter a word, because she was so beautiful, the prince fell in love, and he married the little girl. A year later, the queen bare a son. That night, the Virgin Mary went to the queen. "Confess that you had opened the 13th door. If you don't, I will take your son away." "No, I never opened it." So the Virgin Mary took the child and ran away with it. Afterwards, the queen had another son and a daughter, but Virgin Mary took all of them to heaven. From the people there was a rumor that the queen was a wicked witch. The queen wanted to tell them, but she could not speak. Eventually, the queen was sentenced to death. The queen was set upon the fire post. It was just then that the queen's heart began to melt. The queen thought, "If only I had confessed I had opened the door." All of a sudden, she was able to speak. "Yes, Virgin Mary, I did open that door." Just then, rain came pouring down from the sky and turned out the fire. And then the Virgin Mary carried down the 30 children and spoke tenderly. "Whoever confesses and repents their sins will be forgiven." Afterwards, the queen lived happily for a very long time.